Hey guys, Papertankz here. I wanted to take a moment out of my day to have a little experience with you guys. I'm going to be unboxing and building my new PC. I'm so excited my parts are here, you have no idea. As you can kind of see, I've already opened up the case, pulled out of the box already. There'll be a little bit of a reason why, and I'll show it to you in a second. But what we have on the table here is the case from Coolmaster. This is a half-X full tower. I opened up the case because due to the negligence of UPS, they put a huge gash into the case itself. So I wanted to make sure that there was no damage to it. Open it up, everything seemed fine. So we're going to continue on with the build. A couple of highlights for you guys on the actual case itself. On the very back, you got rubber grommets for the water cooling. You have 9 slots for PCI and PCIe Express expansions. Comes with 2 200mm fans at the top. Comes with enlarged grommets on the sides for cable management. Tool-free bays, which is fantastic. In my last case, it took me 15 minutes to pull the hard drive out. Huge mess. We go to the front of the case, you can see it's got USB 3.0. It's got everything else that you need. And it's really cool is if you pull SATA drives and regular hard drives out quite a bit, you can easily do that with the functionality at the front, which we'll go over in a second. It's got a cable cover for your power supply to hide those cables with cable management. And it's got a safety button for the on and off, which we'll talk about in a second as well. So the actual case itself, here you go on the side. Here's the intake fan that we talked about. This one's a 220mm. It's a pretty big one, pretty huge. Let's go to the front now. Got USB 3.0. It's got a SATA input. It's got 2 USB 2.0s. You've got a mic and a headphone jack. You've got your optical drives up here. And what I was talking about earlier with the SATA drives that are easily changeable, you just squeeze on the outsides and it just slides right out. It's a beautiful thing. When you go to push it back in, you'll hear a click. You know it's locked in place. There's another fan in the front, which that one's going to glow red, which fits the whole feel of the case itself. You'll guys see in the other parts of this video that there will be a lot more parts that fit that color scheme. Very cool stuff. Looking a little bit at the front and the top here. So this is what I was talking about with the power button, the safety feature. It's got a little sliding cover here. You can actually turn it on, reset it, and you can turn the LED off for those late night gaming sessions when you don't feel like staring at the red. Comes with 2 fans on the top. These are 120 mils. And let's look at the side. This looks a little weird, but it's a little uniform compared to the other side. It kind of sticks out a little bit here, like the plexiglass on the other side. And the fan is actually on the same exact spot. This is to help with power cables and cable management. Very cool. Let's look at the back side real fast. Back side, here's the rubber grommets for the water cooling. This is a 120mm fan right here. Your IO shield goes here. 9 expansion slots here. Power supply goes here. What's really cool about this case though too is actually on the bottom where the power supply goes, it's got a filter right up in here, which will help keep some dust out. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there is the filter right there. Very cool stuff. So that is a rundown of it. And just to kind of go into a little bit more, for all you guys that are interested in going into a full tower case, bear in mind that the case itself is huge. This is my last case. This is a mid-size tower. You can see the difference. Full tower is definitely a lot bigger than this. It's wider, it's heavier. This one's 36 pounds. This one is probably about 28 pounds, maybe give or take. Definitely think this is the way to go though. You get a lot more space, and once we get into inside of it, when we start the build video, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. Hey guys, part 2 of the video here. I'm going to do a little bit more with the unboxing / building of the new PC. I'm going to be salvaging some parts in my last computer because they're still good parts. I actually purchased them back last Christmas, which was December of 2012. So they're still fairly new. We go into a little more with that, you guys. First thing is the Cosair TX750M. This power supply is going to work fabulous with my new system. This one's really cool because it's actually a modular design. You've got your standard cables here that you will be using, but also you can save spaces here with cables you don't need. It makes cable management so much easier. It's actually a really cool thing. Put that right there. Next thing, I'm reusing the optical drive from my old computer too. This one is just a regular DVD writable drive. I've got a PlayStation 3 and a Blu-ray player, so I really don't need a Blu-ray drive. So we're using that. Next though, we're going into the hard drive. This one will be the slave to the SSD that I just purchased. This one's from Western Digital. It's a black version. It's a 2 terabyte. Lots of space on it. Put that down. And last but not least, I'm reusing the graphics card in the system as well. This one is an NVIDIA 660. This is going to be fantastic in my system because I'm going to run an SLI, which you'll see the next card here in a few minutes as well. Hey guys, part 3. This is going to be the cool one. We're opening up the box from Newegg. I'm really excited. I hope everything in here is actually the way that it's supposed to be and not broken. Let's take a look. Alright, let's take a look, see what we got. What kind of goodies are in this box? First thing, the CPU. This one's from Intel. It's an i5 Haswell edition. This is an i5 4670, the LGA 1150 socket. Good stuff. Bought an extra fan. This one's going to glow red. This actually will fit right on top of the case, the very top. Give it a nice little bit of extra airflow. And as I said earlier, I'm running the SLI. Here is the second video card. This one is going to be in the system as well. It's from Gigabyte. It's the Geforce GTX 660, like I said in the previous video. Very cool. This one's actually very quiet. It's built to be overclocked, and the airflow on it is fantastic. Beautiful card. New RAM. This one is the Cosair Vengeance, 16 gigs DDR3 RAM. And here's the master. This is the SSD Samsung. It's 840 series. This is 120 gigs. This will be my boot drive. And the motherboard. This one's from MSI. It's a Z87 G45 gaming board. Got great reviews. I feel really good about this board. I was trying to decide if it was between this one or another one from another company, but I decided to go with this. I think this will be really good. It also fits the whole color scheme. You guys will see it once we get into the actual build part of the video. So that is everything in the system. So you guys can get a quick idea. I will just lay everything out a little more pretty for you guys so you can take a look to see everything that's going into the new system. Very excited to get started. So, now that you've seen a little recap of what's going into it, let's start the build.